So welcome everyone to another Anita and Dario show. Today we have our Mediterranean friends. Every month we're going to be talking about food. We're going to be talking about travel. We're going to bring our friends on and we're going to talk about a different location. And today we're talking about Tuscany and Florence. And we have our beautiful friends on here, Julie and Dan. So nice to see you guys.
Thanks for having us. Great to be on.
Yeah, nice to see you. They are more Italian than actually they even know.
And they love to enjoy life, that's for sure.
They
You
do.
guys have just taken on the Mediterranean lifestyle, right?
I think so. Somewhat unintentionally, I think it was a process where we just recognized the need to slow down, enjoy food, enjoy friends, enjoy travel. And it was kind of something that as we got into it and momentum was gained, we realized how much we really enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've learned from you all.
What was that?
We've learned from you all.
I think you guys are the epitome, that's the word, of the classical conviviality family. Every time we come and see you guys, I actually feel like I have a home, like in Italy, in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there is not a day then you guys are really creating a group of doing something that is exciting for everybody to be part of it.
And what I also love is that you guys are busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like you're sitting around, but you make the effort, right? to make that time for everyone in your family and cooking and doing all those things, right? So I think it's really neat that you guys are the pin-up people for the Mediterranean lifestyle, even though I think you were doing it before, making the effort to do it before, right?
Yeah, and it really does at times when your life's so busy, it takes a little bit. You have to be somewhat deliberate sometimes, right? To remind yourself, slow down and remind yourself, what it's really about. And then, gather people together and cook and have good wine and hang out. And that's always rejuvenating for us. And our friends always comment on it too. They always enjoy doing that. So I think we've kind of tried to spread that idea too among people that we know.
Yeah. No, I agree. So you guys had also joined us to Italy. What did you think? Of Tuscany?
Best experience ever.
Yeah. We had such a great time. And it was our first time ever traveling to Italy. We had been to other parts of Europe, but never Italy, and always had wanted to go. And it was a great, it was an amazing introduction, obviously, to the country and to the people and to the culture and the food. And we wouldn't change a thing about it. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, that's
You can tell how much time you all would put into curating the perfect experience and even spacing out the trip so that it was, we had our busier days and then our more relaxed days and got to enjoy everyone that was on the trip and get to know everyone. So I really like how you curated it and really planned it out just perfectly. It was really, a testament to you all.
nice. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it because, we really want to make it so that it's an experience as opposed to, as we call it, another bucket of rocks, right?
Yeah.
Some of these tours you go on, you get into a bus, you go from one place to the other and you have to pack up your luggage. So we wanted to make sure to have that high-end experience and then feel like it is to be an Italian, right? And, from the Michelin star chef experience to the Tuscan barbecue, which I still think is one of my favorites.
Yeah. For us, I think that was the highlight of the trip for us. Yeah.
We can't really share the videos and the pictures of that one as much because we're having too much fun. You know what happens? It's in Tuscany, right?
I think the biggest part of it's really because sometimes it can be challenging. You bring a group of friends, a group of people to an experience, and it's the culture change. There is adjustment to the culture, but it is also the adjustment to the people that are part of the group. Because some of you know each other, some you don't, and it is. And the most amazing thing is after the week, how big the casual community is, and most of you, still connecting with each other. That to me is the most important thing because you're actually building a continuous community of people and you grow within the group. And enjoying the time. And like I felt there was one thing, and I was talking to somebody last night. I felt and I was really enjoying time with friends
Mhm.
It was it's not work for us, it's preparation. It's sometimes you could be a little bit hectic, but it doesn't feel like it because you're around a group of friends, then you share something special. For me, it's to share my homeland and really see the reaction. To me, the reaction is the best part. So I love it. I mean, I love every moment of it. I don't think I would take anything away. I think I would do that every day if I could. I would live my life like that every day.
Just bringing people to Italy. That's
All
it.
the time.
All the time.
That's it.
So when we get our villa one day, we'll just have a revolving door.
There we go.
Well, we might be there more than you want.
We'll be regular.
Why there is
Come
never
and move in. There's always space.
there is
for
all
you.
there is always space there. Yeah.
I think it's interesting too that to your point though that there was such a diverse group of people on this trip and people we'd never met. And I think it's a testament to, I mean, the work you guys are doing obviously to foster this idea about the Mediterranean lifestyle, but also the fact that a community built around, despite the diversity of views, a community built around hospitality, kindness, food, good drinks, travel was something that drew people together in a way that I think it's lacking, it's missing in our culture now, which is so, just conflict and strife and differences and are what are highlighted. To me, that's what part of what the Mediterranean lifestyle is right? Just kind of like being able to transcend that. And you guys did such a great job bringing that to the trip, I think.
That is well said. That is really well said because, it's funny. I go back to a thing, you remember, Danny and Andrea, the people, what we did, the barbecue. To these days, they still talk about that night.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing, the biggest thing, and again, we don't want to talk about that night, but it was a great night. But one of the biggest thing, it was, okay, for everyone, Danny's a doctor, very successful doctor, and Julie's a very, very successful photographer. So very big, influential on their business, very successful. But here's what happened. So during the barbecue, the preparation, Dan is a phenomenal cook, and he is fascinated with cooking. I always say to Dan, I think you're in the wrong business. But, so someone came to me, and I don't know if he was one of the relative of the family, and he says, wow, the cooking is with you is very, very good. I said, he's not a cook. He likes to cook. He's actually a doctor who is one of the guests. And he said, yep.
You're so involved,
But
right?
exactly. But that show community, that show, you're letting your guards down. You really put all your heart and soul in something that you're really passionate. Obviously, you're very passionate about what you guys doing because success comes with a lot of passion, I believe. But also there is this part-time passion of really become sociable, really become convivial, and really become a passion of eating or what are you putting into your body. Because I know you both are very, very specific and very passionate about what you're doing, and we see it firsthand.
Yeah. But I also,
it was a highlight of the trip for sure for us was that community, and it was among people, and some of them didn't even speak our language, but we spoke a common language nonetheless, which was the community that was there, which was amazing.
Yeah.
That's very true.
But I also find that you broke up the trip a bit too, right? So some people, they feel that they want to just do a trip on their own, right? And they want to go, well, first of all, you can't organize everything that we had done a lot of the times, like even to get in the Parmigiano Reggiano, it's not as easy to do some of these experiences or the friends that Dario has. But you went to Venice before and had some together time, and then we did Rome afterwards. So that was kind of nice to sort of break it up. So you had a little bit of that alone time, then ended up doing the week with us and then going to Rome. Did you guys find that was good?
I loved the way that the trip went. Yeah, we went with another couple that was in Tuscany.
Yeah.
And so we experienced Venice with them. I think they had been before.
For a few days, yeah, like 2 or 3 days.
So we did that for 2 or 3 days. So it was a nice kind of ease in, get used to the time change. And then, yeah, and see a different part of the country, and then get to meet up with everybody in the big group, and then kind of a little bit of unwinding and a lot of history in Rome and doing some tours there. So I feel like it was a really nice flow for the trip. We got a lot out of it. At the time that we were there.
Yeah. Rome was great, and it was fun and to be honest, it was fun to see and to hang with you guys outside of the formality of the week that was so structured around the trip that you planned, which was amazing. But then being able to kind of detach from that and just hang out in Rome with you guys. And
you guys could relax a little.
You guys kind of unwind a little bit, had a good time.
Yeah, we did.
It was good. It was good.
But it was
running around on scooters and things like this.
I'm still alive.
It was a great time.
I don't think she wants to do it again, apparently.
Yeah. It was interesting. Like, I guess it was around 10 days, but it was funny. Like the last couple days in Rome, I kind of felt like we really started to settle in. I was like, oh, we could kind of, I think it was like 10:30 or 11 p.m. the night before we're supposed to fly out. And Jules is like, let's go find somewhere and have a glass of wine. Right.
Yeah.
And so we're like walking out the door at 11 p.m. from our hotel room to go find a place to have a glass of wine.
Are we?
It's like, what's happening here?
What they do in Rome.
It's always wine o'clock.
Yeah, there you go.
Always wine o'clock. So
we should open it up that when you guys come to Amalfi in 2025, that we can roll it out that we start in Rome, right? Cool. I know we're to do pick up in Naples, but anyway, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that trip for sure.
Very excited.
Well, let's talk quickly about Florence. I know, see, I think the biggest thing, and I'm always fascinated with you guys. and I really got to say with the bottom of my heart, because I was born and raised in Italy, and I knew everyone, and I had to go to Dan.
I don't know this story.
No, that's a very good story. And he says, oh, I can connect you with this great guy that does shoes and suits. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So we went to Florence. We had our experience in Florence, which was fantastic. But you also connected with someone over there, then got all your clothing and shoes.
How did that happen? I forget how that was. It Christine?
I have no idea. I got his message because he was shipping off the stuff. I'm in contact with this guy.
He's great.
Yeah.
Obviously. But the most incredible thing about a city like Florence, everybody's got this, I guess, this idea about Florence. What was your interpretation of the city based on what you've seen or what you felt?
To me, one of the things that was so amazing was the architecture and the history that's there, which is just kind of at every turn, right? It's like every corner you turn, there's another piazza and another building that's, 1,000 years old, and, beautiful architecture. And I think that was one of the things that even now I look back and think I probably, you can't appreciate it. It's so overwhelming in a lot of ways that when you're there, And then, of course, we're there and we're told, hey, this is where you get leather goods and suits and shoes and jackets. So we had to,
get
our way through the shopping market and
did a touch of shopping.
I love the leather coat you got. It was so nice.
Yeah. I still, I have a couple of pairs of leather shoes I bought there, which are so reasonably priced and handmade, and it was wonderful. So to me,
have you guys seen the Netflix series, The Medici Family?
No.
So if you get a chance, it is so good. And it talks about the history of the Medici. We know. And
Walk proud.
Inside jokes. But it's phenomenal, and it has all the town and what it looked like when they built the cathedral and how they did it, and the artists that came in. It was really, really well done. So if you get a chance, see that, and then you're going to come back with us. I know it.
Yeah, I want to go back to Florence and spend more time for sure.
You could spend significant time there.
Yeah.
I would love to go back and see more of the history, and but It was a wonderful day.
Yeah, I mean, even the same was true of Rome. We were there for a few days, and still there was kind of a whole side of the city we didn't even explore, right? So it's every corner of Italy seems to be just so much time you could spend there.
And it's so diverse too, from north to south. Like when we were traveling for the months at a time, going through the different towns, it was just so different everywhere we went. The people, the experiences, the food. I mean, you could spend years just going to the different areas of Italy.
The most amazing thing, it's even for me, born and being raised there. And again, we're talking about things taken for granted, and I felt, and I've been taking things for granted. And it's funny, for the longest time I say, oh, Rome, okay, I don't want to go to Rome, or I don't want to go to Milan, because I grew up there, and I know you never really see things for what they are. But every time I go back, every single time, I discover something new that I never really seen it the way it should have been seen. Like, going into the markets. You remember when we walked into the markets, the inside market, the indoor market? I mean, this is the oldest market in Florence, okay? And how people really want to make you taste their stuff.
Yeah.
It's a big thing, they want you to try it because you're from another country. They're proud of their culture. They're proud of whatever they are doing. Then they want you to be part of it. And that to me sometimes it's still being an Italian. It's amazing.
Yeah, the hospitality that's extended, and that goes from both just somebody you've never met in a market, and the guy, for example, we bought some leather jackets and shoes from, but it's as if we were friends of his as soon as we met, and he was enthusiastic. And contact information, if you ever need anything else, let me know. I'll ship it to America. Just very cordial. And of course, the family we had our barbecue with, like, that was a common thread throughout the trip in Italy, was everyone's hospitality, and as if you were part of their culture, they were there to to treat you and share their life with you, which was
such lovely people.
Yeah,
really, really lovely. Yeah.
So what did you guys think of the accommodations? Because people ask a lot of times about the accommodations.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, it was
luxurious, or because some
no, I mean, it was
like,
it was
out of a fairy tale. Like, it didn't even seem real. Like, you kind of walk around that property that we stayed at, which was kind of nice to have a hub that we went back to. So it was just kind of nice. It felt like home for a week, Well, it was nice to venture out and then come back, but the grounds were
everything.
The vineyard was bored. Like, there was just, you felt like you were in, like, how does this place actually exist in real life?
Yeah.
Felt very.
The rooms and the bathrooms and all that were good.
Oh man, it was spectacular.
Some people think, an old building, did they have running water? Did they have toilets?
No, we give them buckets. We just give them buckets.
There's a bucket in the backyard.
Oh no, it was luxury. It was certainly, there was no accommodation or thing we didn't want for anything while we were there in terms of the accommodations but it's also this interesting balance between realizing you're in old Italy, right? And so the advantage of that, it's not like you're sitting in a brand new hotel where you're kind of like sterile, or you feel like this was just built last year, right? This is still felt as though everything was there.
Yeah, you feel like you're stepping back in time in a sense.
Yeah.
But it was just really luxurious and beautiful at the same time. But
I came across this sunset picture of us standing overlooking at Etso, right? Because the view is so beautiful too. And I came across that the other day, and it's just brought great memories.
I think one of the most incredible memory, aside, because there's so many, but do you remember the day in Arezzo? We went to.
We took over downtown.
We took over.
Did you get arrested?
Well,
there we go.
we tried.
The main square of Arezzo. First, we went to the store, which were different type of charcuterie than probably some North American not necessarily used to it.
Yeah.
But what I loved about that, because somebody, the public can say, "Oh my God, I never seen that. I don't know," but they all were engaged with that, and they wanted to get in, and wanted to see, and wanted to taste it.
Try the different stuff, which is
that's fine. I mean, you can. But there were people that were really willing. I mean, that was there like
everything,
right in it. And then this really Italian picnic I would say, in the main square of Arezzo. And the guy's so excited to bring in his food out.
Well, we were bringing chairs and tables from another restaurant that happened.
Yeah, we took over.
Building our own community there. That was fun.
And to me, at that moment, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, it really felt like nothing really mattered.
No, yeah.
You know, you're there, and it's like, you know, it's community. You know, we really are together. We enjoy this delicious food in this beautiful historical city, and with some good friends.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you're looking at.
That sums it up. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, and that's what our experience was kind of the whole time. At every corner was some new experience with friends that
like how does this get better? But it just kept getting better and better. We were saying that the other day. I forget what brought it up, but we were, I don't know if it was a commercial on TV or something we were watching or just reminiscing, but we're like, is there anything better than sitting with dear friends, drinking and eating and laughing till it hurts? Like, there's just nothing better in the world than to just laugh till it hurts with close friends and just enjoy each other's company. And it was just so much of the trip was that, where there is no other care in the world. Like, time stops for this moment to just enjoy each other. It was really cool. So thank you for bringing that to us all.
Ah, that's so kind. Oh, thank you guys for coming. I mean, it was, my gosh, it was an incredible experience.
You almost want to snapshot those moments.
Yeah.
And whenever you have, you know, we always talk about it. Whenever you have a bad day, look at the snapshot.
Yeah.
Okay, I can kind of reconnect to that.
Yeah, we have some of those digital frames in the house, and a couple of them have tons of pictures, and the theme across is always friends and time together, but there's a bunch of pictures from Italy, and we have pictures of Dave being a goofball, and you know,
a lot of pictures
so
from
just
that trip.
You walk around, yes.
It comes across the screen and you chuckle and you think, oh, that was a pretty great day. That was fun.
Back there though,
Pictures of us in the kitchen and cooking, and it was all wonderful.
Good stuff.
So the kids gave us one for Christmas, so we have one now as well. And there's one of us at your place. I think it was this winter, and it's hilarious. I got to send it to you guys. We had dinner at your place, and we're all like doing funny things. It comes along our screen every once in a while.
And the memory, you know, like, you know, the most amazing thing, and I think I told you guys so many times, is, you know, this winter when we were down in Florida, how you really translate it, literally, the experience of the Mediterranean type of living at your place. Like, it was you know, many times, and I'll tell you one night in specifically, and I really thought it was quite remarkable. I mean, you both are very busy people, and you know, and Dan said, well, we are having taco night. So you tell everyone taco night, you know, somebody's flipping some barbecue and doing things.
No.
No at the Ryan's house.
Right.
No, he's got the molcajete, he's got the press, he's actually making tortillas.
Oh yeah.
And only one tortilla, because you never know if the guy likes flour or corn. So to me, that is details of passions, of, like I said, you know, everybody said we are too busy. I think you guys, the epitome of being really busy on your business, but you can always make the time.
It's a mindset change and an effort, right?
Very much
you've incorporated into your life.
Yeah, like everyone's busy, like everyone is. So, and I feel like it's a little bit of a, not a cop out, but it kind of,
I agree.
You know, like it's an excuse to some extent, like, oh my goodness, I'm just too busy. Well, we make time for what's important at the end of the day. Like, that's really, and if, you know, having a lovely meal, it doesn't have to be fancy. It can be very simple.
It can be tacos.
It can be tacos. We made fancy tacos that night, but
it was not a simple taco. Let's put it that way.
It was not a simple taco.
It was not a simple.
Delicious.
But it was.
You make time for what's important.
Yeah, it was that moment.
Yeah. But it's those years and decades that go by, and if you don't end up making those effort for those things that are so important. And it brings me to you guys and your pizza charity, right? Like Dan has always had a passion to pizza, and Julia too, and doing pizza. And I think coming to Italy with the Epic Cart, that was another experience that kind of elevated. One day we're going to get your recipe for your dough. But then you extended it to the next level, right? So you came to Italy, you made your own pizza there too. You maybe learned a few things, I don't know, because you were very good at it before anyway. But now you're doing this charity. So tell us about the charity that you're doing.
That's quite cool.
Yeah, I think it goes back a couple of years. Well, no, probably 3 years now. And I was watching Chef's Table episode with Franco Pepe. And of course, they kind of
where we're going when we go in the 25th.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And they kind of dig into his whole passion for pizza. And I remember specifically thinking about that. I thought, I'm going to learn how to make pizza. So, of course, that's when I decided to do something. I take it on a little bit over the top. But anyway, started learning and really just figured out how to make classic Neapolitan pizza. And then found it was hard in a way to just do it. We do it once in a while for ourselves, but I had, an interest in kind of extending that to something more meaningful for the community where we live. And there's all sorts of local community charities that are always looking to try to raise money. So that's when we kind of brainstormed on this idea maybe about a year ago, and it took maybe about 6 months to get off the ground. But the idea is we simply, make 100 pizzas for charity on a Saturday. So we have a couple of small pizza ovens. I make the dough the day before, and we make all our ingredients, and we prep. And Dario, you guys have been involved in this before, so it was fun when you were here. And then we just donate pizzas, and people donate. We give away pizza, people donate money. So we raise money for various local charities, and it's been really a lot of fun.
We put them up for a vote every month or so, and so the community can vote on which charity gets benefited for that pizza pop-up. And we're lucky because we're in an area where there is a lot of pedestrian traffic. We're near the beach, so people coming off the beach on a busy Saturday when the weather's nice. So we get a lot of passerbyers that, who doesn't want a pizza coming off the beach?
Yeah.
So it's like, so our community has really jumped on board. And Dan was at the grocery store, a few weeks ago? And somebody came up to him and was like, "Are you the pizza guy?"
Oh, that's so neat.
Come on, really?
Stranger in the grocery store. And it's like, yeah, I guess I am.
And he was excited ultimately about what we're doing for the community. We're, kind of highlighting charities and the needs of the community, whether it's feeding the homeless or, we raise money for the American Society of Suicide Prevention or Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So, and on a Saturday we'll raise, $2 or $3 grand, just giving away pizzas and taking people's money. So it's been a really fun kind of adventure to see that happen. And each one seems to have a little more momentum, a little more energy, and a little more interest. So
word's getting
out. Taking something that I'm passionate about and actually making it, a service to the community and to the people that we live with. So,
that's phenomenal.
It's to me was overwhelmingly amazing. You got to understand one thing. Then again, they finish on a Friday like everybody else working, because they still do work. And on a Friday night, they make the pizza, they make the dough, they do their grocery. And on Saturday, at the crack of dawn, on the front yard, they set up their pop-up at their home. And it is the commitment, the devotion, the attention to details for a fundraiser. It's to me, that's passion, and this is what and passion, your community embrace, what you guys have done.
Mm-hmm.
You have created your Mediterranean lifestyle, period. We saw it with our own eyes, right?
Yeah.
It was overwhelming, the support from the community and the people around yourself. I mean, people were coming from other place away from you guys live. Obviously you have the community at the beach where you guys are, but people were driving from other places to just because they heard about this incredible thing.
This incredible pizza and the pizza guy.
Yeah.
And it was fun, right? The day ended when you were helping us out at that day. The day ended with a group of about 8 or 10 people around picnic tables with a couple bottles of wine and chatting, and it was getting dark out, and it was just an extension of, you know, kind of why we do what we do, you know, in terms and more of that Mediterranean slow down, enjoy time, family, friends, and we ended the day that way. You know?
It's a group effort. Like, we can't do it on our own. It's a bunch of friends that donate their time and efforts and help out. And you all were so sweet. You sponsored an event last time you were in town and helping out, jumping in the kitchen and doing the work and cleaning up after. And that's not a small thing. It's it takes people to make this thing happen. So very grateful.
I think you guys are exactly, well, I repeat it again, the epitome of the real Mediterranean lifestyle.
And that's why people think of the Mediterranean lifestyle. They're like, well, it's only for people in the Mediterranean. It's a concept. It's
Right.
8 principles, and you guys are the epitome to all of them. You know, making more of your life, being more inspired around food, around travel, and living those moments. And you can do it from anywhere. You don't have to be in the Mediterranean. When people hear that phrase, they're like, oh, I'm not in the Mediterranean. What are they talking about? But it's the 8 principles to live by, and you guys are the top of the list for sure in everything. So I really appreciate you guys coming on today.
Oh yeah,
and, talking about it. So is there anything else you wanted to add, or?
No, just looking forward to Amalfi 2025. We're gonna live it up, have a great time, cook, eat, travel. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So
And make some more pizza.
yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Well, now you're going to meet Franco Pepe, so that's going to be kind of neat.
That'll be a highlight for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
Kind
will
of
say that.
circle around when you first saw him on Chef Table, and now.
hey, maybe
Yeah.
maybe we can have Franco Paper come to Florida and do one of your pop-up.
Well, let's do it. Yeah, I'd be a fan. That'd be
That'd
good.
be neat if we
Imagine.
got him to do
That'd
that.
be something.
Well, he had won the award for the best pizza maker, right?
But now we're gonna bring him down to the pop-up of then.
There you go.
We'll draw.
That'd be a little overwhelming. It was like my.
Hey, listen, you have done it. You have done it.
It'd be like my
Pretty
experience.
big, and it
at the-
happened. So there we go.
Well, it'd be like my experience at the Michelin star restaurant with that we had there, which was just
Oh, that's
to
part
this
of the
day
trip
is one of
too.
those
Yeah.
highlights for me. You know.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the chance to spend time in a kitchen like that and cook with people like that is pretty. For me in particular, it was kind of overwhelming, but yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Michelin star chef Luca has got a great experience, and that was another big thing in Tuscany that we did too. There's so many wonderful things that we did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a fun part of it, but that's why, we always say on these experiences, you always make new friends and new families, because friends eventually become family. They become part of you. And sometimes you enjoy more your friends.
You can pick your friends, you can't always pick your family.
That's right. And I love the friends we picked.
Same here. We had a great.
Yeah. We've got now friends and family all over the world.
Yeah, that's
so
right. Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
There we go.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. Our Mediterranean friends forever, and I really appreciate you coming on for today.
Of course. Thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
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 Okay.